was very upset to learn that Gonzalo Lira was tortured to death as a political prisoner by the government of Ukraine. I was able to interview him a few times, so were some of our other crew. He seemed like an interesting journalist on the ground, giving a different perspective from what we were all being force-fed at the time. And, of course, we saw the footage of men with machine guns taking him out of his apartment, disappearing him now over a year ago. And we learned that he died in their custody. They would not give him treatment for double pneumonia and just basically tortured him to death. Imagine if the Russians had a journalist and a U.S. citizen and were holding him and they died in custody. It would be international scandal. There'd be major sanctions. But the last year plus, his family and others have gone to the State Department and they just said, we're not doing anything. So they won't stand up for U.S. citizens, even as we send over $100 billion to Ukraine. And now Zelensky tells us he wants U.S. troops there on the ground, which is World War III. This is outrageous and it's disgusting. And while our veterans sleep on the street and while our border totally collapses, we've paid billions of dollars to secure much of the Ukrainian border. This is disgusting. And the Russians have already won their objectives. They're not going to be dug out, no matter how much NATO sends billions and more weapons. But again, it's a nice big black hole to launder money, and it's a good political diversion for what's happening here at home. So I'm sorry to Mr.
All praises and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Ha, Rakah Kodash, double honors unto our apostle elders, which rule great millstone well, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure until the end. Shalom wa abababal. So as you just heard Alex Jones reporting that Gonzalo Lira died being pretty much tortured to death in a Ukraine prison, which this man was a scoffer, all right, of the Hebrew Israelites. And this is showing you that the Lord is not to be mocked. It says in Galatians 6 verse 7, be not deceived, Yahweh nor Yahweh Shai is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Which this is what he gets for scoffing against the truth of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian that have been scattered throughout the world as is a biblical Hebrew Israelite. That's the truth. To the that the most part that the Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians are the biblical Hebrew Israelites, and they've been scattered throughout the world in slavery. All right. And that's what this man was scoffing.